You've been told to work harder, hustle more, chase success. But the truth is, reality doesn't change through effort alone. It changes when you change your state of consciousness. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. You are carrying the most powerful tool in existence, and chances are you're not using it, not fully, not with intention, not with faith. That tool is your imagination. Neville Goddard called it the creative power of God in man, and today we bring that power to the surface. Because once you learn to live from imagination, not from facts, not from fear, not from the five senses, you are no longer a reactor. You become a creator. Imagination is not fantasy. It is not escapism. It is the one and only reality. When you speak of God, you are speaking, perhaps unknowingly, of your own wonderful human imagination. This is not metaphor. This is not self-help fluff. This is truth, real, practical, immediate. There's nothing under heaven that is not plastic to the shaping touch of imagination. And once you understand that, you stop living under the tyranny of appearances. You stop bowing to facts. Because you know facts change, appearances yield. The outer world is a mirror, not a master. You begin to live from within. And when you do that consistently, reality itself begins to obey you. Not in some magical sense, but in the most direct, lived sense possible. Your experience of the world changes as your consciousness does. Most people think of what they want. They daydream. They hope, they project into the future, but thinking of is not enough. You must learn to think from. To think from a state means to feel yourself already in possession of your desire. To live from the end, to act and feel and move as though the thing you long for is already yours. You must bring the unseen into focus, not as a future potential, but as a present reality within you. That's how you collapse time. That's how you make the future present. This is the secret, and once you grasp it, everything changes. Step 1. Know exactly what you want. Be precise. Be bold. Don't hedge. Clarity is power. Step 2. Create a mental scene, a short, vivid, sensory-rich scene that implies your wishes already fulfilled. What would you see? What would you hear? What would you touch? What would you feel emotionally? Let it be lifelike, let it be short, and let it be a scene that only makes sense if your desire is already realized. Then, enter the scene, not as an observer, as a participant. Lose yourself in it. Remain there, sustain the mood, and fall asleep in that state. Why sleep? Because sleep is the bridge between the conscious and the subconscious. What you take into sleep impresses the subconscious, and the subconscious brings it into being. Neville said, "The state in which you sleep is the state you will awaken in, not just tomorrow, but in your world." You don't beg or plead. You don't affirm with desperation. You assume with quiet authority, and that assumption hardens into fact. One of the greatest traps is trying to figure out how your desire will come to pass. That is not your job. Creation is finished. Every state already exists. You are not creating something new. You are occupying a state that already is. You're not manifesting from nothing. You're selecting. You're aligning. Once you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the world will rearrange itself to reflect your new state. Events will unfold. People will appear. Circumstances will shift. This chain of events, what Neville called the bridge of incidents, will be set in motion without your conscious interference. Trust it. Walk the bridge. Don't force it. You won't need to manipulate or struggle. When you're in the right state, the right people, places, and events are drawn to you like gravity. At the end of the day, don't just go to sleep. Revisit your day and revise it. If something happened that you didn't like, rewrite it in your imagination. Didn't get the call? Imagine that you did. Got bad news? Imagine the opposite. Were you insulted? Imagine being praised. Recast this scene so that it reflects your ideal. Why? Because your subconscious does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined when you feel it vividly. By rewriting your day, you are not escaping reality. You are authoring it, and tomorrow will reflect your edits. This is not denial. This is dominion. Revision is one of the most powerful disciplines of the awakened mind. Use it daily, nightly, until your inner story becomes your outer experience. Suppose you are unwell. Don't fight the illness. Don't affirm the sickness. Instead, imagine a friend looking at you and saying, "You look incredible. I've never seen you better." Imagine how you'd feel hearing those words. Imagine how your body would feel if that were true. Use all your senses. Walk, move, breathe. Do in imagination what you would do in health. Feel it until it feels natural, and then rest in that state. You are not waiting for healing. You are assuming health, and what you assume with feeling must express itself. If you want financial freedom, don't beg, don't chase, don't affirm poverty, live from wealth. What would change in your day if you were already financially abundant? How would you carry yourself? How would you speak? How would you dress, walk, eat? Don't wait for money to feel free. Feel free first. Spend your emotional currency now. Walk the earth with the inner dignity of a king or queen. You are not pretending. You are claiming what's already yours. Wealth is not about digits in a bank account. It's a state of being, a rhythm, a confidence, and it begins within. If you desire a relationship, don't search for it outside. Become the state of love within. What would you do if your ideal partner was already in your life? Would you wear a ring? Would you prepare 2 cups of coffee? Would you smile more? Do it now. Feel the joy of connection. Imagine the conversations, the laughter, the small gestures of affection. Let them be real in you. When you feel it inwardly, consistently, you will draw it to you, not as a seeker, but as a source. Love does not come to the needy. It comes to the one who becomes it. All creation stems from identity. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. So if you want to change your life, don't change circumstances. Change self-concept. Start with, who am I? And answer not by memory, but by imagination. Am I confident? Am I powerful? Am I worthy? Am I free? Choose the highest version of yourself and feel it into being. Speak from it, act from it, and life will reflect it. Every outer condition is a shadow cast by inner identity. You're not becoming someone new. You're shedding what was never real to begin with. You're returning to the truth of who you are. It's not about doing it once. It's about living in the state. Do it daily, nightly, moment by moment. Return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled whenever the old state tries to drag you back. This is not struggle. This is surrender to the higher you. You don't need faith in a deity outside yourself. You need faith in your own wonderful imagination. That's where the divine lives. And the more you use it, the more real it becomes. The more real it becomes, the less you doubt. And when doubt dies, manifestation becomes inevitable. All poets, prophets, and mystics knew it. Blake wrote, "All that you behold, though it appears without, it is within, in your imagination, of which this world or mortality is but a shadow."